Good evening, Chair, ladies and gentlemen of the board, Bruce Paterson, Garwood, and Dr. Garrison, wherever you may be. Since the county is becoming litigious against anyone expressing free speech and who may be critical of them, I preface my comments moving forward as my opinion and with alleged and apparent adjectives. This puts a chill on anyone who would stand at the microphone to comment negatively regarding county operations and its shadow entities that have become, in my opinion, a total farce of self-enrichment, tax abuse, and possible corruption. Democracy has died in this room. I have reviewed the latest UCIA-approved proposals from mass construction and dig architecture. Again, we find there are major issues with these proposals, so open-ended with no controls, leaving much to interpretation, which later probably the UC government will have to cover with tax monies, no matter whose fault it is. I don't expect most of you to understand what I am commenting about. First, we find it's still in the design-build format with general contractor proposals, which will be evaluated for cost performance. This originally failed the first time by the lawsuit that ensued last year. By now, it should be a full competitive lump sum bid based on drawings be at least 90 to 95% complete, which is normal for lump sum bids. Design build gives too much leeway for bias selection through builder evaluation process. Example, they can easily select terminal construction again, him putting in a low bid and then making up the loss in change orders with no real oversight being generated based on incomplete dig drawings. This fully tells me that dig cannot handle the design of such a large project that, according to Bibi, now executive director of the UCIA, who approved them, turns out just to be friends with her for 20 years, per her own statement. The dig proposal, nowhere does it indicate what completion level percentage of the drawings that they are designing to. This is a mandatory requirement, but there are no experienced people at the UCIA to catch this failing. This design level should be at least 90% to avoid lots of missing items that get to be change orders downstream with fat 15 to 20% markups for the contractors, plus addition of burden cost by mast and dig for their handling. In Dig's new proposal, he noted redesign of mechanical, electrical, and structural design. Obviously, he must have screwed up the first time. No one in authority catches this scope failure, yet he is now billing twice for the same work. From his proposal, he should be deducting the original cost of the initial mechanical, electrical, and structural design, since he apparently screwed up for the first time and is now redoing it. The mast proposal, the work they are providing for $1.4 million is reasonable, since they are only proposing minimal work at best, regretfully. This could have easily went out for a competitive bid. Mast says he will be involved in the selection of the design builder, which it actually is a conflict, since Mast is a GC evaluating other GC bidders. There also should be a schedule of values mentioned, which is given by the GC to bill against, nor control of prevailing wages, nor assurance of cost controls involved with proper paper flows and sign-offs from authorities. From phase one, terminal schedule of value was never scrutinized, so terminal had front-loaded schedule of values. Just for some demolition and ground remediation, he was able to bill $9 million, which in my opinion probably cost only $4 to $5 million. So we are facing the same issue with no real cost controls in place. The government is fully supposed to be the one looking out for the public's interest. First and second tier contractors and professionals do not have obligations direct to the taxpayers. Again, we are looking at an imminent failure of a project. This falls at the feet of gross mismanagement, incompetence, and inexperience. In other words, your Bibi Taylor must be removed from her lucrative executive position she has wiggled her way into. The profound failure I see is that she has a full-time job at the county as finance director, yet she now also oversees the shadow entity of the Union County Improvement Authority, which originally had a full-time position up until 1 year ago. And there's no employees left in that authority for cost analysis. The public laughs at those that continue to support this failure. On to Resolution 1039 to mass construction for remedial work at the Ashbrook Clubhouse for $188 grand. The public knows that the clubhouse facade collapsed and your department head, Armando Sanchez, suddenly disappeared, and also that there is some alleged collusion between him and the contractor. This sounds like criminality was involved, yet apparently you just swept it under the rug, enabling this criminality to disappear from public view, and now letting the taxpayers have to pay for your failure. The public demands to hear further details on this, Chair Williams.
Your time is up. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.